me, probably really good bloke, honest bloke, and good fun as well. Always looked at the lighter side of life, if you know what I mean. Always does look at the lighter side of life, fun bloke, so I would say them. If I met him in the gym, I would have thought, how come such a big bloke is so weak? That would probably be one of the things I would have thought, because obviously he was a Scottish international at the time, and I was expecting to be this big powerhouse. And you know, I seen him in the gym, and I was a bit like, that doesn't really transfer onto the pitch type of thing as to what, you know. So that would have been one of the things. But in and around the changing rooms, he was just, you know, that first time you did meet him in and around the changing rooms, he was just a good character. You know, he was a senior professional. You know, him and guys would travel down, and he'd be the first guy here all of the time, and he would just be, you know, he was always there. I mean, there's 101 stories for Doddie, but like, you know, one of the things is you'd be having, say if you had a hotel and you were having a little bit of food, you didn't really want to be sitting next to Doddie or his co guy Gary, because literally if you got up to go to that toilet, as soon as you came back, your full meal had been sabotaged with something. Your chicken was up and there was salt underneath it. Your bun had been had a little hole put in it, and the salt was poured in. There was pretty much, your full meal was just an absolute write-off. So you just had to just sit there and just not keep your eyes on the two of them, because absolute like practical joker in every sense. Well, he was sort of here when, I know you've got Gosforth and all the rest of it, he was here when the full thing started off. You know, when the thing turned professional, he was one of the first guys who came in, and he's still heavily involved in the club now. So he's been involved in the club for 20 odd years, you know, and he sort of helped bring it from where it was in that sort of amateur era. He's brought it into that professional era, even though he was just fine in professional rugby himself. You know, the way he had conducted himself over the years, he came in and he's helped sort of get the club to where it is now. I think every event that's probably on, you know, is probably emotional, because it brings everything back down, and there's lots of videos being played, and there's lots of things that sort of bring things back down to sort of ground level. So I'm sure it will be emotional, but obviously the fact that it is, you know, England-Scotland rivalry obviously is a standard. It doesn't matter what sport you're in. Then you've got Newcastle Falcons, who Doddie played for, you've got Melrose, who Doddie played for, so there's quite a few things that do make it sort of a special game, and it's over the Christmas period as well, so there's just loads of little things that make it a little bit more of a special event type of thing. Now, it's terrible that Doddie's got this, but for the actual disease, you know, for the foundation and all of the disease, for him to get this, with him being such a big star from a rugby point of view, it massively highlights it. So, you know, as I say, it's never nice for anybody to get anything, but for highlighting the actual disease, him having that disease just highlights it massively, because with him being such a big star, you see the support that he's had over these last year and a half, 2 years, everything that's happened, you know, he's been down to dinners, he's been at the Millennium Stadium, he's done hundreds and hundreds of things that sort of brought the profile of that disease right up there. You know, not the biggest weightlifter in the world. We'd probably try and get out of every fitness session or every fitness sort of test that he could ever get away from. Try and slide any bit of hard work he possibly could, like sort of in training. But as soon as he got on the pitch, like, you knew he was alongside you, if you know what I mean. He was a battler, you know, he was in there and he was into it. And I think that's been shown with this disease. He hasn't just sat down and went, all right, well, look, I've got this, that's me done. He just went, right, I'll tell you what, I'm coming at it full force, and I'll battle and I'll battle and I'll battle. And that's both on the rugby pitch and that's off the rugby pitch. So I think that's, as much as, yes, he's a jovial bloke, a nice guy, you know, a good crack to be around, I think when you look at it deep down, he's a proper battler, if you know what I mean. And that's what I think would be for him.